Hello, 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 Pisces. Welcome, Pisces. Welcome to all my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And also welcome to all my cross watchers. If you know some Pisces, please tell them to click on this and listen to their reading. I am using Mystic Monday cards. They are beautiful cards. They're very thick and they are vibrant. I cannot wait to see what the cards say for us. And I say us because I have a wide variety of a vast array of zodiac signs in my astrological chart. So when I say us, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a Pisces, but I do have Pisces in my chart. So, but this is specifically for sun, moon, rising, and Venus. And let's go. I'm excited to see what the cards have to say. All right now, Pisces. All right. Oh, two cards wanted to jump out. Okay, we'll go with that then. Okay. I see. All right. Let's see the overall energy here. Let's get this. Okay. All right. Okay, so the first card we have here, Pisces, is King of Wands. This says that you are a natural leader, a visionary, and an entrepreneur. So this is awesome. Okay, the Pisces, which is a water sign, represents your journey to emotions and creativity, right? So the Wands is the fire inside of you. This is a fire energy, and it represents a journey to spirituality and actually taking action. I kind of already know where this is going to go, but let's move through the cards, okay? Because this is great, okay? So natural born leader, visionary, all those things, okay? The Four of Swords is, excuse me, you're at rest. But you're at rest with a sword in your hand, and you also have swords in your swords at your disposal, but this is at rest. The good thing, the funny thing about the Four of Swords is this person has been through a lot. For you to be in a rest position but still have a weapon in your hand has said you have been through some things. Some people have done some things to you. They have betrayed you. They have lied on you. They have spread rumors, all those things. And so you are wiser. You're wiser now. The swords are your air signs, will represent the journey to intellect and power, right? So you are in a rest position with your intellect and power in your hand, ready to wield it at any time. That is the air signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, right? So this is what I'm getting for you. The Ace of Pentacles. First of all, let me just tell you that the Pentacles card is represents your journey to money and wealth. Okay, that's first right off, just so you understand what the Pentacles are. But the Ace of Pentacles represents abundance, manifestation, prosperity, and that's why I kind of laughed, like chuckled to myself a little bit when I first looked at the cards. I'm like, wow, these are some good cards for Pisces. But this represents your journey to wealth, but it's abundance, manifestation, prosperity. Like you have been really sitting down and you have really been manifesting some things through your meditation, but you've been doing the work, Pisces, and so that's wonderful. Okay, so that's that one. Usually this many cards don't pop out right up front. The Judgment card is just saying that you have been very reflective. You have been, see the mirrors there, you have been, but there, even though there's mountains there, there's a clear passage for you so you can do the work. You have been sitting back, taking a long, hard look at yourself, and you've been saying, okay, I need to, during these planets in retrograde, I really need to take a long, hard look at myself and where I'm going to go next, because I know that I'm a natural born leader. I know that I've been through some things with some people. I know that I have a weapon that I can use in case I need to cut some people off. I need to cut some things back. I need to cut off this job, whatever I need to cut off. I have weapons. So you are really in a mindset of next steps. Like where do I need to go? Um, Ironically, Venus being in retrograde, Libra Taurus energy, you're thinking about your money, your financial situation, status. You're also thinking about love. You could be thinking about an ex. We're also in Jupiter, which you're thinking about. You're reviewing your visions and your goals and your mindset, your belief systems, in life. Saturn is also in retrograde, which that's Capricorn and Aquarius energy, and I did see a sword, so that's air sign. You're reviewing your relationships. You're working on your long-term goals. There's just a lot going on. You're restructuring a lot of things, the way you manifest things. You're restructuring a lot of things going on. So this is you representing you, looking at yourself. And it's all, and the other planet, the last planet that's in retrograde right now is Uranus, which is Aquarius. You're thinking about inner freedom. You are tired of being in bondage. Being in bondage to whatever it is you're in bondage to. You are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you really want to make some changes, okay? And so, but there's a clear path. There's nothing in your way. The only person that's standing in your way is you, Pisces. And this Judgment card, you are harshly judging yourself. You are really, I hope, Pisces, that you are not judging yourself to a point where you start to get depressed, because there's a lot going on. Anytime somebody is in a seems to be in a rest position, but they have swords at their disposal and they have one in their hand, this means you've been through a lot. You have been through a lot of stuff. So now you're sitting back and you're reflecting. And look at this right here. Ace of Swords, Pisces. The Ace of Swords, Pisces, is you are, like I said, you've been through a lot. You have been through a whole hell of a lot. Okay, so this Ace of Swords is saying this is a breakthrough for you. There's a breakthrough for you, Pisces. This is pure power and this is full clarity. After you came up out of this reflective mode, you said, you know what? Okay, I'm clear. I am crystal clear right now. There is nothing that's going to hold me back. You have your power right here in your hand. And look at this. King of Swords, another air energy. This is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. King of Swords. You don't get to be at this level as a king or a queen without having gone through some stuff. You've been through a lot, Pisces. And this is saying that you are self-assured, you are determined, you are focused, you are all the things that somewhere along the way you knew you could be, but somewhere along the way you kind of sort of got lost because of things that happened to you in your life, things that whether it's environmental things, whether it's a job, whether it's a horrible childhood, anything could have happened to you, but you have your battle scars. And so this is you came through it wiser, more powerful, you're smarter, you're more self-assured, you're confident, okay? So this is where you are. Look at this, the High Priestess, OMG. Okay, you take your rightful place on the throne. If this is not, I'm telling you, if this is not indicative of a Pisces, I don't know what is. Your third eye is wide open. It is wide open, okay? Your intuition is on 10. You're serene, you're a divine goddess. This is actually a Cancer card. It's a moon card. You see the moon right here. It's a moon card, but it also is still in that water sign. It's still in that water, sign area, like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But nevertheless, your intuition is on 10 when it comes to things. You are, like I said, a divine goddess. You're sitting here and you have taken your place. You know, I almost I almost said that you remember who the freak you are, who the F you are, because at this point you remember who you are. And you said, oh, no, 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 I'm going to take my place. You know, you started out as a natural born leader, you know, and you've had to go through some battle scars to even get to a point where you know, tried to lay down and rest, but you had to keep your sword in your hand because you didn't know who was going to come and approach you and do something to you at any given time. So you had to stay on guard, even in a rest position. And so, but yeah, here you are taking your rightful place as a divine priestess. Let's divine goddess. Let's look at some more cards here. All right. So give me some more energy for the Pisces. Some more for the Pisces, please. All right, so wow. Okay, Pisces. All right. So again, we have a lot of cups here. So this is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. But the first one coming right off is Four of Wands. This is your balance. Your life is in full balance, Pisces. Okay. You really need to remember who you are, Pisces, because any deviation from that, even if that means that you need to separate yourself from the masses, because water signs pick up on energies in a room. So if you're in a room filled with people, you're picking up on everybody's energy. And if you don't know what that is, you're going to go with the flow of energy. So if the flow of energy is negative and floating vibration wise, guess what? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio is going to go right with that same energy. But if you know how to harness that gift that you have of intuitiveness, you can walk into a room filled with people. You can recognize the energy right away and either decide to stay or go, but it's not going to dictate how you act, if that makes any sense to you. But your life is in full balance. Full balance. Some of the just so that you remember who you are, Pisces, you are empathetic, you are artistic, you are emotional in a good way, you are selfless, and you are a natural healer. I think that gets lost in translation because sometimes this world tells you who you are, and if you don't have anybody else around you to tell you who you were created to be, if you don't have other empaths around you, if you don't have other healers around you to tell you who you were created to be, you're kind of floating. You know, like when you pour water somewhere, it really takes the shape of whatever it's in. Like you pour water in a cup, it takes the shape of a cup. If you pour water, you know, on dirt, it sinks. You know, it just kind of goes with the flow, the energy of wherever it is, right? But you have to remember, you have to look at the upside of that, Pisces, and realize that your life is in full and total balance here, okay? The Nine of Cups. Listen, your heart is filled with love, so much so that you can pour out your love to people who deserve it. Remember, you've learned how to harness your emotions. You're not just kind of all over the place, just free flowing. You decide, Pisces, who you pour your love into, who you pour your energy, who you pour your time, who you pour your money into, okay? You decide that, okay, Pisces? So that's that. And then we have the Six of Cups here. We have someone here, we have cups, life in full balance. You have the energy that can give you just as much as you can give. You don't want a lot. You don't want to be in a lopsided relationship where the person is taking from you, and your cup is half full, and your cup is half empty, and their cup is half full, and you're just kind of left there with, I don't really know what to do at this point because this person has left me on E. They drained up all of your energy. They've drained up all the good energy you had inside of you with their indecisiveness, with their games, with all these other things. And you deserve better. You deserve someone who's going to be in your life that's going to pour just as much into you as you are pouring into them. If you're not getting that back, then it's time to make some decisions. And guess what? When I talk about planets being in retrograde, you wait until the other cards, when I get to the other cards, and see what's happening. Because again, I'm not shuffling any cards. These cards just came out. It is not by coincidence, but I'm telling you, Pisces, look, I want you to see this. The planets in retrograde are Venus, like I said, dealing with money and love. You're thinking about, an old love, old flame. You're thinking about like reassessing your money, how you're going to start reassessing how your relationship with money. Maybe you weren't a saver. Maybe you were somebody who kind of splurged on some things that you didn't need, but you're going to start thinking about, okay, I need to change some things up now. Okay. Jupiter, which is Sagittarius, you're thinking about, you're renewing your visions, your ideas and belief systems in your life. You got Saturn, which, Capricorn, Aquarius, you're thinking about relationships and work, long-term responsibilities and all those things. You're also Aquarius. Uranus is in retrograde Aquarius, which is you're thinking about your inner freedom. And that inner freedom could be, again, it could be simply mean that you are unloosening the shackles from your feet of beliefs that you had about yourself or beliefs that people had about you. Do not, Pisces, allow people to keep you in bondage with the things that they know about you. Okay, if that person is not in your life to enhance your life and to fill you up just as much as you can fill them up, they need to go. And let me tell you why. Look at this, 4 of Cups. They are a distraction. See here? We have this 6 of Cups here, right? But we have this 2 of Cups. This 4 of Cups, which is distraction. You're strong. You have a lot of love to give. You have a lot of love to give. You've been meditating. You have been, you have put in the work. And the palm trees here are showing how strong you are. You have put in the work. You have all of this to give around you, but you're distracted. You're distracted by, guess what? Here's the last card. You're distracted by an obsessive ex. Venus is in retrograde. They're thinking about you. They are playing yo-yo mind games with you. Whether they have reached out to you and contacted you, or if they're stalking your page, liking your posts, or if they have somebody else stalking your page, they are obsessed with you. And I don't know if it's you that they're absolutely obsessed with. Maybe they're obsessed with the thought that they can control you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Let me tell you, you need to walk away from that. You need to cut it off. This card also denotes, this is Capricorn card. The devil is a Capricorn card. But this also denotes a fear and doubt that you have inside. You are afraid that if you cut that relationship off and walk away, that you're not going to have the life that you want. Trust these cards. Yes, you are. But you need to make that decision. You need to make that decision to just walk away. But this is a card of distraction. You don't need any distractions. I usually don't tell people to go back to an ex because there's a reason why the relationship broke up in the first place. So I'm going to deviate a little bit here, okay? Since Venus is in retrograde, and if you're thinking, I would say this. If you are thinking about going back to an ex, they need to come. If you allow them to come back, Pisces, they need to have had a major change. No ghosting you, no acting like you're the problem, like you can't put your emotions together, you can't get your emotions straight. Um, if it's counseling or whatever it is that you need to get to where to realize who you really are or remember who you were created to be, if you need to go to counseling, they need to be right there by your side. They need to be 150% supportive of you, Pisces, because you have so much intuition, and you are a divine goddess. And if what you have, the gifts that you have inside of you, are placed in the wrong hands, you won't live outside of your head. You're going to keep revisiting that same drama and same mess over and over and over again. And you don't need to do it, Pisces. You are a divine goddess. You need to remember who you are. You have gone through some stuff. And it looks like, to me, to be honest with you, and I'm sitting here and I'm waiting for messages to also be downloaded into my spirit. It looks like, Pisces, that there was an Aquarius in your space that you're really seriously giving some thought to, because I have a lot of swords here. So it looks like your ex is an Aquarius. Listen, Pisces, what I want to share with you is every zodiac sign has pros and cons, right? I've shared the pros with you about your sign, that you guys are empathetic, that you are artistic, you're emotional in a good way. You're selfless, you're natural healers, right? You are a divine goddess, you're a leader, you know, you have the ability to cut, you've been through some stuff, so you know how to cut people off. You know how to cut people off, right? You also have money in your charts, your cards, this Ace of Pentacles here, which is abundance, is prosperity, it is you manifestation. You know how to do all these things because you are a divine goddess. Your intuition is on 10. But this Aquarius in your life, who Aquariuses also have, the pros to an Aquarius is that they're open-minded, they are humanitarians, they're very creative, they're free-spirited, and they're highly intellectual, right? But listen to the cons of an Aquarius who is vibrating at a low vibration. They're impulsive, they're unpredictable, they're inconsistent, they're stubborn, and they're extremist. Okay, I usually don't like to say I don't like to point out the cons of any signs, but it looks like, and this is, I'm getting a strong feeling of Aquarius energy for you, Pisces, that they were vibrating at a low place. Even if right now this Aquarius reached out to you, you guys are talking, and they seem to be open-minded and creative and free-spirited and intellectual and seem to be talking on your level. If, Pisces, you decide to take them back, don't do it right away. Make them show you some consistency, Pisces. Okay, because a low vibrating Aquarius will be very inconsistent. They'll be extreme. They'll be very impulsive. They'll be very unpredictable, and that is not what you need to get you to where you're going to be. You need somebody who is, where is the cups? You need somebody who is going to pour as much into you as you're pouring into them. It should no longer be you're pouring more into that person and you're left almost with an empty cup. Your cup is almost on dry and their cup is full because you're sharing all this great information and your intuitiveness with them. You're pouring into them. Never again, Pisces, I'm telling you, because you have too much inside of you. You have the ability to cut people off. You know, you never become codependent. You don't need to be codependent. You have too much to offer. I believe that this Aquarius that you were in a relationship with really labeled you as just kind of being something, just something wrong with you, as if they put themselves at a level above you, as if to say they didn't have any issues and problems, that they are here and you are here, down here, and you need them to rise up. That is not the case, Pisces, not at all. You are, again, a divine god or goddess. You have tons of gifts. You have been reflecting and thinking about this. You have an abundance of wealth right here. I personally would not accept the person back into my space because they're too unpredictable. And I love Aquariuses. I really do. I really love Aquariuses. But like I said, there are pros and cons to every zodiac sign. And I'm getting a strong Aquarius energy here, that because Venus is in retrograde, they may give you the impression that things have changed. But to be honest with you, it seems like the only people that can really handle an Aquarius male or female are other Aquarius males or female, because they're they're the same. And for some people, that's very, very frustrating, but you cannot hold down a free-spirited person. If you're looking for a commitment from a free-spirited person, good luck. And they may be committed to you but Aquariuses are really more committed to efforts. They are humanitarians by nature. They can't help it. They are very free-spirited people. So they may have a lot of friends or know a lot of people, but if the emotional side is what you're craving, Pisces, which is what you guys crave a lot. You guys are highly intuitive and emotional in a good way. You're highly creative. Aquariuses are creative too. However, they're not going to be attached to you emotionally in the way that you want them to be. If that makes sense to you. They're never going to fill up your cup the way you're going to fill up theirs emotionally. And this is being 100% real. This is what the cards are telling me, that the person, your ex that's in your mind and in your head, is an Aquarius. You need to let it go. You need to let it go, or else you're going to be for a lifetime of back and forth and back and forth. And if you're a person that does not want any more drama in your life, and I mean drama as in, like I said, every zodiac sign has the pros and cons. And if you are a Pisces who can understand that an Aquarius can detach from you emotionally, and if you're truly not bothered by that, then maybe it'll work, because both of you guys are creatives. But if you are a Pisces, like most Pisces, who love the emotional side, to stay on the phone for hours and talk about emotions, an Aquarius may do that with you starting out, but after a while they need their space because they're free-spirited, and that may rub you the wrong way in the long run. Some people don't care. Another Aquarius would not care that a Aquarius did that. Whether it was two Aquariuses, they kind of zone out and go into their own world. And with another Aquarius, they may say, okay, well, I do the same thing, so how can I complain? No big deal, But as a Pisces, if you need that time with your Aquarius, because a lot of Aquarius, believe it or not, really are not cheaters. They spend a lot of alone time where people are like trying to guess what they're doing and so on and so forth, and they're simply by themselves. But you would never know if they were cheating unless a situation occurred, because they are able to spend so much time in their heads by themselves. Or if they're out with friends, they go back home and they just, like techie gadgets and things like that. But bottom line is, this is what I'm getting for your reading, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but this is what I'm getting, is that if your ex Aquarius tries to come back into your space, Pisces, I would not advise it personally. because you're really in for an adventure. If you are, if your ex is an Aquarius, remember why you guys broke up in the first place. Do not allow an Aquarius to put on you something that made you feel bad about yourself, or is as if you did not have just as much to offer in the relationship as they did, because you did, Pisces. And you need to understand that. You need to know that. So that's what I have for you today. That is exactly what I have for you today, Pisces. As a matter of fact, Pisces, the energy that I'm getting for you is, in terms of love, that I'm getting for you is Capricorn, either Capricorn or Virgo energy for you, in terms of like a new love, because they, on their journey to money and wealth, and being an earth sign and you being a water sign, would mesh very well. But I would not allow myself to, and like I said, I cannot reiterate this enough, that every zodiac sign has their pros and cons. But if something seems to be too difficult, just understand that we have over 7 billion people on the planet. There's someone out here for you, Pisces. And don't allow Venus in retrograde to trip you up, because it's in retrograde only until like the 24th or 25th of this month. And then, but there are still other planets in retrograde. And so that's what I have for you on today, Pisces. I think you guys are an amazing sign, astrological sign. You are some very deep thinkers. You're highly intuitive. But learn how to really go with your gut. Just don't allow your flesh to speak. Go with your gut, with what you're hearing internally. Go with that. And I'm telling you, it won't fail you. I'm telling you, Pisces, it will not fail you. But thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, Pisces, please like, share, and subscribe. This has been Queen Amun Ra. I'm coming to you with the Pisces reading on today, and this is from June 2nd through June 9th. At the beginning of every month, I'm going to be offering extended readings, but this is going to be a weekly reading. Thank you so much. Have a great day.